This is Starting Strength Coach Byron Johnston. In this video, 2 quick tips to help you smoothly get into the start position for the squat. There are 2 common problems that can sometimes occur with getting to the correct start position to begin the squat. One of these occurs at the rack and the other occurs in the start position right before you squat down. Let's deal with the first one that can occur with the positioning of the barbell in the rack and the walkout. During your warm-up sets, and especially at working weight, pay close attention to the position of the barbell when it's placed in the rack. One common problem that I see all the time is that as the lifter lifts the bar out of the rack, they hit the side of the rack with the bar or the plates as they're moving out to the start position. This is a minor problem at warm-up weights, but once you get to working weights, this can be extremely distracting. There are really 2 ways in which this problem happens, and I'm going to resolve both of them with you now. The first is to take care that as you position the barbell in the rack and before you unrack it, that the bar is positioned in the center of the rack and has not crept over to one side. When the bar is off to one side, you can see here for the potential that the plates can catch on the side of the rack as you walk it out. The second is to take care in the manner with which you walk out the bar. The second issue comes when the lifter stands up the bar and either they haven't got the correct stance when they're getting underneath the bar, or when they move from the rack to the start position, they take far too many paces. Now, as they take these extra unneeded steps between the rack and the start position, you might notice that the body starts to rotate with the extra steps. And as the body rotates, the bar moves with this. And that again is the potential for the plates to hit the side of the rack. So the way to fix this problem is to create a very organized and ordered unracking of the bar and moving into start position. When you get underneath the bar, recreate your squat stance. Take a breath, brace up, stand the bar up, and then restrict yourself to 3 paces to get the bar into the start position. Practicing moving into the start position by only allowing yourself 3 paces will start to minimize the excess upper body movement, that rotation that can cause the probability that the plates will hit against the side of the rack. One tip that I heard from starting strength coach Carl Ragavan was to imagine that you are on train tracks, on rails on the ground. As you stand the bar up, you're going to take your 3 paces, but restrict the movement to be in line with those train tracks. In the video, you'll see that I've marked the floor with yellow tape to highlight this. You'll see me unracking the bar, and as best I can, taking 3 paces on the tracks to get into start position. So now with your unracking and moving into the start position in the most organized way possible, I want to discuss the next problem that can sometimes creep in before you squat down. In the squat, as we teach it in starting strength, you'll notice that the lifter is leaned over and their chest is facing the ground. Now, it's not uncommon that I've seen people in preparation for getting leant over on the way down, that they start preemptively leaning over when they're still stood upright with the barbell. That looks like this. The problem, as you can see here, is as I start to lean forwards, I'm introducing the force of moment between my hips, where the rotation is occurring, and where the barbell is. And yet I haven't moved anywhere yet in the downwards descent of the squat. At the same time, to counterbalance this, my hips are moving backwards and I'm pulling my legs backwards as well. And I'm now not in the correct start position to really begin the squat. So to confirm, this preemptive rocking forwards and hinging forwards at the hips before the squat has really started is introducing forces that we don't want in the body that's going to become a problem in the overall movement and positioning of the squat. So a reminder, once you've walked out the squat to the start position, stay upright, take your breath in, and then unlock the hips and knees together as you begin the squat down. I hope you found this video useful. For more information on strength training, videos and articles and podcasts, head over to startingstrength.com.